The device was submitted to the Denver Police Department on September 4, 2024, by the account holder's sister. The phone was an iPhone 13 Pro. The device was functional, battery at 41%, no physical damage, screen protector intact. The phone had been used normally up until August 31, 2024. After that date, no calls were placed, no messages were sent, no apps were opened. The voicemail in question was received at 11:34 p.m. on August 17, 2024. Duration listed as 2 minutes and 47 seconds. The phone's notification log shows the voicemail alert appeared on the lock screen at 11:35 p.m., 1 minute after the message was deposited. The account holder listened to the voicemail at 11:37 p.m. The voicemail was played in full. The account holder did not delete the message. The account holder did not save the message. The voicemail remained in the inbox. The carrier is Verizon Wireless. Carrier records show the voicemail was received by their system at 11:34 p.m. on August 17th. The system logged the message as incoming. The system assigned a timestamp. The system delivered the notification to the device. Standard procedure. No errors reported. The sender's number is listed as unknown in the voicemail metadata. This designation appears when the caller ID is blocked or when the originating number cannot be identified by the carrier's system. Verizon's records show no originating phone number associated with this voicemail. No call preceded the voicemail. The system shows no incoming call attempt at 11:34 p.m. or in the minutes before. The voicemail appeared in the system without a corresponding call log entry. This is not standard. Voicemails are deposited when an incoming call goes unanswered and is routed to the voicemail system. The carrier's system requires an active call connection to deposit a voicemail. No such connection is logged on August 17th at 11:34 p.m. The account holder was identified as Marcus Chen, age 31, resident of Denver, Colorado. He worked as a software engineer for a cybersecurity firm downtown. He lived alone in a 2-bedroom apartment in the Capitol Hill neighborhood. He had held the same phone number for 6 years. He had no history of technical issues with his carrier service. His account was in good standing. His billing was automatic. His payment history showed no lapses. Marcus reported the voicemail to Verizon on August 18th at 9:47 a.m. He called customer service. He stated he received a voicemail that he believed was an error. He requested information about the sender. The customer service representative accessed his account. The representative confirmed a voicemail was received at 11:34 p.m. on August 17th. The representative stated the sender's information was not available. The representative stated this sometimes occurs with international calls or certain VoIP services. Marcus asked if the message could be traced. The representative stated technical support would need to investigate. A ticket was opened. Case number VS 240-818-4721. The representative stated someone would contact him within 48 hours. No one contacted Marcus within 48 hours. He called again on August 21st. A different representative accessed the ticket. The representative stated the technical team was reviewing the issue. The representative could not provide additional details. The representative apologized for the delay. Marcus asked to speak with a supervisor. The call was escalated. The supervisor reviewed the account. The supervisor stated the voicemail appeared to be delivered normally according to their system. The supervisor stated without a sender number, there was no way to trace the origin. The supervisor offered to delete the voicemail if Marcus wished. Marcus declined. Marcus asked if this had happened to other customers. The supervisor stated they could not disclose information about other accounts. The call ended after 19 minutes. Marcus's sister, Angela Chen, stated that Marcus called her on August 18th at around 10:30 a.m. He told her he received a strange voicemail. He did not provide details about the content. He said it bothered him. He asked if she had ever received a voicemail from an unknown number. She said she had received spam voicemails before. She asked if it was spam. He said he didn't think so. He said he would call her back later. He did not call back that day. Angela stated she spoke with Marcus again on August 20th. He called her at 7:15 p.m. He asked if she was free to talk. She said yes. He told her the voicemail was still bothering him. He said he had listened to it several times. He said he couldn't figure out who sent it. She asked what the voicemail said. He was quiet for several seconds. Then he said it was hard to explain. She asked him to play it for her. He said no. She asked why not. He said he didn't want her to hear it. She asked if it was threatening. He said not exactly. She asked if she should be worried. He said he didn't know. The conversation lasted 11 minutes. Angela stated Marcus sounded tired. She stated he did not sound afraid. She stated he sounded confused. Marcus's work attendance records show he was present at the office on August 19th and August 20th. He clocked in at 8:52 a.m. on August 19th. He clocked out at 5:18 p.m. He clocked in at 9:03 a.m. on August 20th. He clocked out at 5:31 p.m. His supervisor, David Brennan, stated Marcus's behavior was normal on both days. He completed his assigned tasks. He attended meetings. He participated in team discussions. David stated Marcus did not mention any personal issues. David stated Marcus seemed slightly distracted on August 20th. When asked to elaborate, David stated Marcus checked his phone more frequently than usual. David stated this was not alarming. David stated many employees check their phones throughout the day. A co-worker, Melissa Torres, stated she had lunch with Marcus on August 20th. They ate at a cafe 3 blocks from the office. They discussed a project deadline. Melissa stated Marcus was quieter than usual. She asked if everything was okay. He said he was fine. She asked if he was sleeping well. He said not really. She asked if work was stressing him out. He said work was fine. She stated she did not press further. She stated Marcus seemed preoccupied, but not distressed. The lunch lasted 43 minutes according to the cafe's time-stamped receipt. Marcus paid with his credit card at 12:47 p.m. Marcus's credit card statement shows normal activity through August 20th. Purchases included groceries, coffee, a parking meter payment, and the lunch at the cafe. The last transaction on his card was on August 21st at 6:38 p.m., a purchase at a liquor store for $23.67. The store is located 4 blocks from Marcus's apartment. Security footage from the store shows Marcus entering at 6:35 p.m. He browsed the aisles for 2 minutes. He selected a bottle of wine. He paid at the counter. He did not speak to the cashier beyond the transaction. He left the store at 6:39 p.m. Marcus's apartment building has security cameras at the front entrance and in the parking garage. The front entrance camera shows Marcus entering the building at 6:51 p.m. on August 21st. He was carrying a paper bag. He walked directly to the elevator. The elevator does not have a camera. The garage camera shows no activity related to Marcus on August 21st. His vehicle remained in its assigned spot. His vehicle had not moved since August 19th, according to garage footage. The building has 4 floors. Marcus's apartment was on the 3rd floor, Unit 3C. The building has 12 units. 8 units were occupied on August 21st. The units on either side of Marcus's apartment were occupied. The tenant in Unit 3B was home on the evening of August 21st. The tenant in Unit 3D was not home. The tenant in 3D was traveling for work and did not return until August 24th. The tenant in Unit 3B was identified as Patricia Levine, age 54, a high school teacher. Patricia stated she heard nothing unusual from Marcus's apartment on the evening of August 21st. She stated she was home by 5:30 p.m. She stated she was grading papers in her living room. Her living room shares a wall with Marcus's bedroom. She stated she heard no voices. She stated she heard no loud noises. She stated she did hear Marcus moving around at approximately 7 p.m. Footsteps, Normal sounds. She stated she went to bed at 10:15 p.m. She stated she heard nothing from Marcus's apartment after that. The tenant in Unit 3A, directly below Marcus's apartment, was identified as Robert Kim, age 29, a medical resident. Robert stated he was not home on the evening of August 21st. He stated he was working a night shift at the hospital. He stated he left his apartment at 6 p.m. and did not return until 8:30 a.m. on August 22nd. He stated he did not see or hear anything related to Marcus. Marcus's phone records show no outgoing calls after 7:15 p.m. on August 20th, when he called his sister. No incoming calls are logged after that time, except for one call on August 23rd at 2:17 p.m. from Angela. The call went to voicemail. Angela left a message asking Marcus to call her back. Marcus did not return the call. Text message records show Marcus sent a text to a contact labeled Chris M. at 8:42 p.m. on August 21st. The message read, "Can't make it tomorrow, sorry." Chris M. replied at 8:50 p.m. "No problem. Everything okay?" Marcus did not respond. Chris M. sent another text at 9:34 p.m. "Let me know if you need anything." Marcus did not respond. Chris M. was identified as Christopher Martinez, age 32, a friend of Marcus from college. They had remained in contact and met occasionally for drinks or meals. Christopher stated he and Marcus had plans to meet for dinner on August 22nd. He stated Marcus's cancellation text was unusual because Marcus typically provided more context. Christopher stated he tried calling Marcus on August 23rd at 11:18 a.m. The call went to voicemail. Christopher left a message. Marcus did not return the call. Christopher stated he sent a text on August 24th asking if Marcus was all right. Marcus did not respond. Christopher stated he began to worry. He stated he considered going to Marcus's apartment but decided to wait. He stated he assumed Marcus was busy or dealing with something personal. Angela Chen stated she became concerned when Marcus did not return her call on August 23rd. She stated this was unlike him. She stated Marcus usually responded within a few hours. She stated she called him again on August 24th at 4:52 p.m. The call went to voicemail. She left a message. She stated she texted him at 5:10 p.m. The text read, "Marcus, please call me. I'm worried." The message was delivered but not read. Angela stated she called Marcus's workplace on August 25th. She spoke with David Brennan. David stated Marcus had not come to work on August 22nd, August 23rd, or August 24th. David stated Marcus had not called in sick. David stated he had tried calling Marcus on August 22nd at 9:47 a.m. The call went to voicemail. David left a message asking Marcus to contact him. Marcus did not respond. Angela stated she decided to go to Marcus's apartment on August 26th. She drove to Denver from her home in Boulder. She arrived at Marcus's building at 10:23 a.m. She entered the building using the front entrance. She took the elevator to the third floor. She knocked on the door of Unit 3C. No one answered. She knocked again. She called Marcus's name. No response. She stated the door was locked. She stated she could not hear any sounds from inside the apartment. She stated she called the building manager. The building manager, Susan Tran, arrived at Marcus's apartment at 10:51 a.m. on August 26th. Angela explained the situation. Susan stated she was hesitant to enter the apartment without Marcus's permission. Angela stated she was concerned for her brother's safety. Susan stated she would perform a wellness check. Susan unlocked the door. Angela and Susan entered the apartment at 10:54 a.m. The apartment was empty. The living room appeared undisturbed. Furniture was in place, no signs of a struggle. The kitchen was clean. A wine bottle was on the counter. The bottle was open. Approximately half of the wine was gone. A single glass was in the sink. The glass had been used. No other dishes were in the sink. The dishwasher was empty. The bedroom door was open. The bed was made. No personal items were out of place. Marcus's laptop was on the desk. The laptop was closed. The laptop was not plugged in. Marcus's work bag was on the floor beside the desk. His wallet was inside the work bag. His driver's license and credit cards were in the wallet. His keys were on the nightstand. His keys included his car key, apartment key, office key, and mailbox key. The bathroom appeared clean. Toiletries were arranged normally. The shower was dry. No towels were on the floor. The medicine cabinet contained standard items: toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, allergy medication. Nothing appeared missing or unusual. Marcus's phone was on the kitchen counter. It was face down. The screen was off. Angela picked up the phone. She pressed the power button. The screen displayed the lock screen. The time showed 11:02 a.m. The date showed August 26th. The battery was at 11%. Notifications were visible on the lock screen. Missed calls from Angela. Missed calls from Christopher. Text messages from Angela. Text messages from David. A voicemail notification. The voicemail notification indicated one new message. The timestamp on the voicemail was August 25th at 11:34 p.m. Angela unlocked the phone using Marcus's passcode. She knew the passcode because Marcus had shared it with her in case of emergencies. She opened the voicemail app. 2 voicemails were in the inbox. The first was from August 17th at 11:34 p.m. Duration: 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Sender: unknown. The second was from August 25th at 11:34 p.m. Duration: 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Sender: unknown. Angela played the first voicemail on speaker. Susan was present. The voicemail audio was poor quality. There was background noise, static, faint sounds that could have been wind or interference. A voice was audible. The voice was distorted. The words were unclear. Angela and Susan listened to the full message. Neither could understand what the voice was saying. The message ended after 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Angela played the second voicemail. The audio was identical. The same background noise, the same distorted voice, the same unclear words. The message was exactly 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Angela and Susan listened to the full message. The content appeared to be the same as the first voicemail. Angela stated she felt unsettled. She stated she did not recognize the voice. She stated the voicemail did not sound like any person she knew. Susan stated she agreed the voicemail was strange. Susan stated she recommended contacting the police. Angela called 911 at 11:17 a.m. Officers arrived at the apartment at 11:34 a.m. 2 officers, Officer Daniel Reyes and Officer Karen Stoltz. Angela explained the situation. The officers entered the apartment. They conducted a walkthrough. They noted the apartment appeared secure. They noted no signs of forced entry. They noted no signs of a struggle. They noted Marcus's personal belongings were present: his wallet, keys, laptop, and phone. Officer Reyes asked Angela when she last spoke with Marcus. Angela stated August 20th at 7:15 p.m. Officer Reyes asked if Marcus had expressed any concerns. Angela stated Marcus mentioned a strange voicemail, but did not provide details. Officer Stoltz asked to listen to the voicemail. Angela played the first voicemail from August 17th. The officers listened. Officer Reyes asked if Angela recognized the voice. Angela stated she did not. Officer Stoltz asked Angela to play the second voicemail. Angela played the voicemail from August 25th. The officers listened. Officer Stoltz noted the 2 voicemails sounded identical. Officer Reyes asked if Marcus had any known medical conditions. Angela stated Marcus was healthy. She stated he had no history of mental illness. She stated he was not on any medications except allergy medicine. Officer Stoltz asked if Marcus had any enemies or conflicts. Angela stated not that she was aware of. She stated Marcus was private but not reclusive. She stated he had a small circle of friends. She stated he had a stable job. She stated there were no obvious problems in his life. The officers took possession of Marcus's phone as evidence. Angela provided the passcode. The officers documented the scene. Photographs were taken of the apartment. The wine bottle was noted. The glass in the sink was noted. The phone's location on the counter was noted. A missing person report was filed. Case number MPR 24008260193. The report listed Marcus Chen as missing since August 21st, 2024. Last known location, his apartment. No known reason for disappearance. Marcus's vehicle was located in the building's parking garage. It had not been moved. The interior was checked. Nothing unusual was found. Registration and insurance documents were in the glove compartment. No personal items of note were in the vehicle. Marcus's laptop was examined by police technicians on August 27th. The laptop was a MacBook Pro. It was password protected. Angela provided Marcus's commonly used passwords. The laptop was unlocked. The last recorded activity was on August 21st at 7:56 p.m. Marcus had been browsing the internet. Browser history showed searches for voicemail from unknown number, how to trace unknown caller, and voicemail without incoming call. Multiple tabs were open, articles about phone scams, VoIP spoofing, and telecom security. The laptop showed no signs of unusual activity, no suspicious downloads, no malware detected. Email accounts were accessed. No concerning messages were found. Marcus's work computer was examined with permission from his employer on August 28th. The last login was August 20th at 5:29 p.m., 2 minutes before Marcus clocked out. Standard logout procedure. No unusual activity. No personal files stored on the work machine. All activity logs were routine. The voicemails on Marcus's phone were analyzed by a forensic audio specialist on August 29th. The specialist stated the audio quality was poor. The specialist stated the background noise was consistent with environmental interference or recording artifacts. The specialist stated the voice was heavily distorted. The specialist attempted to enhance the audio using filtering software. The results were minimal. The specialist stated some words could potentially be isolated, but context remained unclear. The specialist identified approximately 11 distinct word sounds in the 2-minute 47-second message. The words were not intelligible. The specialist stated the voice did not match any known voice patterns in available databases. The specialist stated the distortion could be natural or could be artificially applied. The specialist could not determine the speaker's gender or approximate age. The specialist noted the two voicemails appeared to be identical audio files. Exact match in waveform. Exact match in duration. The specialist stated this suggested the same message was delivered twice, or the second message was a duplicate of the first. Verizon was contacted by police investigators on August 30th. A formal request for technical records was submitted. Verizon's technical team reviewed the account. A detailed report was provided on September 2nd. The report confirmed 2 voicemails were received. August 17th at 11:34 p.m. and August 25th at 11:34 p.m. Both messages were listed as originating from an unknown number. Both messages were logged as being deposited into the voicemail system without a preceding incoming call. Verizon's system records showed no errors, no glitches, no anomalies in the account's call routing. The technical team stated this type of occurrence was highly unusual. The team stated their system requires an active call to deposit a voicemail. The team stated no such call was logged. The team stated they could not explain how the voicemails were deposited. The team stated there was no evidence of system manipulation or hacking. The team stated the voicemails appeared to originate from outside their network, but no external source could be identified. A request was made to retrieve the audio files from Verizon's servers. The request was processed on September 3rd. Verizon stated the voicemail files were no longer available on their servers. Voicemail messages are typically stored for 30 days. After 30 days, messages are deleted unless saved by the user. Marcus did not save the messages. Marcus did not delete the messages. The messages should have remained in the system until mid-September. Verizon stated the files were not present in the system. Verizon stated this was inconsistent with their retention policy. Verizon stated they could not explain why the files were missing. The phone itself retained the voicemail audio in local cache. The audio files were extracted by forensic technicians. The files were analyzed. The file metadata showed creation timestamps matching the voicemail reception times. August 17th at 11:34 p.m. and August 25th at 11:34 p.m. The files were identical. Byte-for-byte match. This confirmed the audio specialist's findings, the same message delivered twice, or the same file deposited twice. Marcus's social media accounts were reviewed. He maintained a Facebook account and a LinkedIn profile. Both accounts showed minimal activity. His last Facebook post was on July 29th. A shared article about cybersecurity trends. No personal updates. His last LinkedIn activity was on August 13th. He had endorsed a colleague's skills. No messages or posts. No suspicious activity on either platform. No unusual friend requests or contacts. Marcus's financial records were reviewed with Angela's consent. Bank statements showed regular activity. His paychecks were deposited bi-weekly. Rent was paid automatically. Utilities were paid automatically. His spending patterns were consistent. Groceries, coffee, occasional dining out, no large withdrawals, no unusual purchases. The last transaction was the liquor store purchase on August 21st. Interviews were conducted with Marcus's friends and acquaintances. All stated Marcus was reliable and stable. No one reported any concerning behavior. No one was aware of any problems in his personal or professional life. No one could explain his disappearance. Several people mentioned Marcus had seemed distracted in the days before he went missing. When asked to elaborate, they stated he checked his phone frequently. He seemed preoccupied. He was less engaged in conversations. No one thought much of it at the time. Christopher Martinez stated he last saw Marcus in person on August 10th. They had dinner together. Marcus seemed normal. They discussed work, sports, and plans to go hiking in September. Christopher stated Marcus did not mention any problems. Christopher stated Marcus paid for dinner. They parted ways at 9:30 p.m. Christopher stated he exchanged a few texts with Marcus over the following days. Normal conversation. Marcus's cancellation text on August 21st was the last contact. Angela stated she last saw Marcus in person on July 20th. She had driven to Denver for his birthday. They had lunch together. Marcus seemed happy. They talked about their family, their jobs, and Angela's upcoming vacation. Angela stated Marcus gave her no indication anything was wrong. Angela stated she wished she had pressed him for more information about the voicemail when he called her on August 18th and August 20th. She stated she regrets not insisting he play the message for her. A canvass of Marcus's apartment building was conducted on September 1st. Residents were asked if they had seen or heard anything unusual on or around August 21st. Most residents stated they were not aware of Marcus's disappearance. Most stated they did not know Marcus well. The building was not a close-knit community. People kept to themselves. One resident on the second floor stated they saw Marcus entering the building on the evening of August the 21st. The resident was checking their mail in the lobby. The resident stated Marcus walked past without speaking. The resident stated this was normal. Marcus typically did not engage in small talk. The resident stated Marcus appeared fine, not distressed, not in a hurry, just normal. The building's security footage was reviewed. The front entrance camera showed Marcus entering at 6:51 p.m. on August 21st. He was alone. He walked to the elevator. The elevator doors closed at 6:52 p.m. No further footage of Marcus was recorded. The elevator does not have a camera. The third-floor hallway does not have a camera. The building's rear exit has a camera. No footage of Marcus exiting through the rear door was recorded on August 21st or in the days following. The parking garage camera showed Marcus's vehicle remaining stationary. No one approached or entered the vehicle. The roof of the building was accessed by investigators on September 2nd. The roof access door is located in a stairwell on the 4th floor. The door is kept locked. Building management confirmed the door was locked on August 26th when the apartment was checked. The roof was inspected. No signs of anyone having been on the roof recently. No personal items. No evidence of disturbance. The roof has a waist-high ledge around the perimeter. No indication anyone had climbed over or fallen from the roof. The building's trash and recycling areas were checked. Nothing related to Marcus was found. No discarded personal items. No unusual materials. A search of nearby areas was conducted over several days. Parks, alleys, parking lots, and vacant lots within a 2-mile radius of Marcus's apartment were searched. No evidence of Marcus was found. No personal belongings, no signs of disturbance. Hospitals in the Denver metro area were contacted. No John Doe admissions matching Marcus's description were reported. Morgues were contacted. No unidentified bodies matching Marcus's description were reported. Marcus's cell phone records were analyzed in detail. Data usage showed normal activity through August 21st. Apps used included email, web browser, messaging, and social media. Location data showed the phone remained at or near Marcus's apartment from the evening of August 21st onward. The phone did not leave the building. The phone's accelerometer data showed minimal movement after 8:14 p.m. on August 21st. The data suggested the phone was set down and not picked up again. The phone remained on the kitchen counter. The phone's battery drained gradually over the following days. Low power mode activated on August 24th at 3:47 p.m. The phone powered off automatically on August 27th at 2:19 a.m. when the battery reached 0%. The phone remained off until Angela powered it on using the charger on August 26th at approximately 11:03 a.m. The voicemail app was examined in detail. The app's internal logs showed the first voicemail was accessed on August 17th at 11:37 p.m. The message was played for the full 2 minutes and 47 seconds. The app logged the playback as complete. The voicemail was not deleted. The voicemail was not saved. The message remained in the inbox. The second voicemail was accessed on August 26th at 11:08 a.m. This access was by Angela. The message was played for the full 2 minutes and 47 seconds. No other access to either voicemail was logged. The phone's notification history was reviewed. The notification for the first voicemail appeared on the lock screen at 11:35 p.m. on August 17th. The notification was dismissed at 11:37 p.m. when Marcus opened the voicemail app. Standard behavior. The notification for the second voicemail appeared on the lock screen at 11:35 p.m. on August 25th. The notification was not dismissed. The notification remained on the lock screen until Angela accessed the phone on August 26th. A technical analysis of the phone's operating system found no evidence of tampering, no jailbreaking, no unauthorized software, no malware, no spyware. The phone's security settings were default. The phone's software version was current. No system errors were logged. A request was made to Apple to access Marcus's iCloud account. The request was processed with Angela's consent and appropriate legal authorization. The iCloud backup showed the phone was last backed up on August 21st at 11:47 p.m. Automatic backups occurred nightly when the phone was connected to Wi-Fi and charging. The backup from August 21st showed all data and settings as expected. The backup included the first voicemail from August 17th. The second voicemail from August 25th was not included in any backup. The phone was not connected to a charger after August 21st. No backups occurred after August 21st. Marcus's iCloud data included photos, messages, and app data. The most recent photos were from August 15th. Photos of a hiking trip. Marcus had gone hiking alone in Rocky Mountain National Park. The photos showed scenic views, no selfies, no other people in the photos. The photos' metadata confirmed they were taken on August 15th at various times throughout the day. Messages in Marcus's iCloud included text conversations with Angela, Christopher, work colleagues, and a few other contacts. The most recent messages were the texts from August 21st. The cancellation text to Christopher. No other messages were sent or received after that. No deleted messages were found in the recently deleted folder. Marcus's email accounts showed normal correspondence, work-related emails, subscription newsletters, confirmation emails from online purchases. The most recent personal email was from August 19th. Marcus had sent an email to a friend confirming plans to meet for lunch in early September. The friend confirmed the lunch date in a reply. Marcus did not send any further emails. Marcus's search history on his phone was reviewed. On August 17th, after receiving the first voicemail, Marcus searched unknown number voicemail at 11:43 p.m. He clicked 3 results. He spent a total of 9 minutes reading articles about unknown callers and phone scams. On August 18th at 8:14 a.m., Marcus searched, "Can voicemail be left without call?" He clicked 2 results. On August 18th at 12:31 p.m. during his lunch break, Marcus searched voicemail origin trace. He clicked 1 result. On August 21st at 7:56 p.m., Marcus searched voicemail from unknown number again. This was the last search recorded on his phone. A linguistic analysis of Marcus's text messages and emails was conducted to assess his state of mind. The analysis found no indication of distress or suicidal ideation. Marcus's language patterns were consistent and normal. No abrupt changes in tone or content, no alarming statements. The analysis concluded Marcus's communications did not suggest intent to harm himself or others. A psychological profile was developed based on interviews with family, friends, and colleagues. Marcus was described as introverted but not isolated. He had a stable career. He maintained friendships. He had hobbies, including hiking and reading. He was financially stable. He had no known history of depression or anxiety. He had no known history of substance abuse. He had no known conflicts or legal issues. The profile suggested Marcus was a low-risk individual for voluntary disappearance or self-harm. Angela stated Marcus had no reason to leave. He had a good job. He had friends. He was healthy. He was planning a hiking trip in September. He had bought new hiking gear in early August. Angela stated Marcus was looking forward to the trip. He had researched trails and campsites. He had made reservations. The trip was scheduled for September 14th through September 17th. Marcus had requested time off from work. His time off request was approved. David Brennan confirmed Marcus had requested vacation time for mid-September. Marcus had mentioned the hiking trip to coworkers. He had seemed enthusiastic about it. David stated Marcus had no performance issues at work. His recent performance reviews were positive. Marcus was well regarded by his team. David stated the company was concerned about Marcus's absence. They hoped he would be found safe. On September 6th, Angela received a notification on her phone. The notification was from Marcus's number, a text message. The message read, "Don't listen to them." The message was sent at 11:34 p.m. Angela immediately tried calling Marcus's number. The call went directly to voicemail. Marcus's phone had been powered off since August 27th. The phone was in police evidence storage. It was not possible for the phone to send a text message. Angela contacted police immediately. She provided a screenshot of the message, Carrier records were requested. Verizon confirmed a text message was sent from Marcus's number at 11:34 p.m. on September 6th. The message was delivered to Angela's number. No other messages were sent. Verizon stated their system showed the message was sent. Verizon stated they could not identify the device or method used to send the message. Marcus's physical phone was in police custody and powered off. The message did not originate from that device. A SIM card clone was suspected. Verizon stated Marcus's SIM card had not been reported lost or stolen. Verizon stated there was no evidence of SIM swapping on the account. SIM swapping requires access to account information and verification. No such access was logged. Verizon stated they could not explain how the message was sent. The content of the message was analyzed. Don't listen to them. The pronouns were ambiguous. Them could refer to the voicemails, or to other people, or to unknown entities. The message provided no context. Angela stated she did not know what the message meant. She stated it did not sound like something Marcus would say. She stated Marcus was typically more direct and clear in his communication. No further messages were sent from Marcus's number. Angela continued to receive no response to her calls or texts. Marcus's number remained active. The account was not canceled. Billing continued automatically. On September 12th, Christopher Martinez reported receiving a voicemail from an unknown number. The voicemail was received at 11:34 p.m. on September 11th. Duration: 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Christopher stated he listened to the voicemail. He stated the audio was distorted. He stated he could not understand the words. He stated the voicemail sounded identical to the voicemail Angela had played for him from Marcus's phone. Christopher provided his phone to police. The voicemail was extracted and analyzed. The audio was compared to the voicemails from Marcus's phone. The waveforms matched. The same message. Christopher stated he had not given his phone number to anyone recently. He stated he did not know how an unknown caller would have his number. He stated Marcus knew his number. They had been friends for years. Christopher stated he was unsettled by the voicemail. He stated he deleted the message after police extracted it. On September 18th, Angela received another voicemail from an unknown number. The voicemail was received at 11:34 p.m. on September 17th. Duration: 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Angela stated she was asleep when the voicemail was received. She discovered the notification the following morning at 7:42 a.m. She stated she was afraid to listen to it. She contacted police before accessing the message. An officer met with Angela at 9:15 a.m. The officer listened to the voicemail. The officer stated the audio matched the previous voicemails. Distorted voice, unclear words. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Exact match. Angela's phone records were examined. The carrier was T-Mobile. T-Mobile confirmed the voicemail was received at 11:34 p.m. on September 17th. Sender listed as unknown. No incoming call was logged. The voicemail appeared in the system without a corresponding call. T-Mobile stated this was not normal. T-Mobile stated their technical team would investigate. No explanation was provided. A pattern was identified. All voicemails were received at 11:34 p.m. Marcus received the first voicemail on August 17th. Marcus received the second voicemail on August 25th. Christopher received a voicemail on September 11th. Angela received a voicemail on September 17th. The interval between Marcus's two voicemails was 8 days. The interval between the second voicemail to Marcus and the voicemail to Christopher was 17 days. The interval between Christopher's voicemail and Angela's voicemail was 6 days. No clear pattern in the intervals, but the timestamp was consistent. Always 11:34 p.m. The audio files from all 4 voicemails were compared by forensic specialists. All 4 files were identical, exact match in waveform, duration, and audio characteristics. The same message delivered to 3 different people across 4 separate instances. The message was analyzed using advanced audio processing software. Several words were tentatively identified. The specialists stated the following words were possible: come, find, here, waiting, home, please, listen. The specialists stated these identifications were not certain. The distortion made definitive transcription impossible. The specialists stated the voice exhibited characteristics inconsistent with natural human speech. The pitch variation was unusual. The cadence was irregular. The specialists stated the voice could be artificially generated or heavily processed. A reverse speech analysis was attempted. Some audio analysts believe reversed speech can reveal hidden messages. The voicemail audio was reversed. The reversed audio was analyzed. No coherent speech was detected in reverse. The reversed audio sounded like noise and distortion. The analysis was inconclusive. A spectrographic analysis was performed. A spectrogram visualizes audio frequencies over time. The spectrogram of the voicemail showed unusual patterns, horizontal bands at specific frequencies that persisted throughout the message. These bands are not typical of human voice recordings. The bands suggested the presence of a carrier signal or underlying tone. The purpose or meaning of these patterns could not be determined. Marcus's apartment was re-examined on September 20th. A more thorough search was conducted. Walls were checked for hidden compartments. Floors were inspected. Air vents were examined. Nothing unusual was found. The apartment remained as it was on August 26th. The wine bottle on the counter was collected as evidence. The bottle was dusted for fingerprints. Only Marcus's fingerprints were found. The wine was tested. No foreign substances were detected. The wine was a standard commercial brand. No tampering. Marcus's laptop was examined again with more advanced forensic tools. Deleted files were recovered. Browsing history was reconstructed in detail. On August 17th, after receiving the first voicemail, Marcus visited multiple websites about voicemail systems and carrier infrastructure. He read technical articles about VoIP, SIP trunking, and voicemail protocols. On August 18th, Marcus visited forums where people discussed strange phone calls and voicemails. He read threads about robocalls, spam, and scam tactics. He did not post or comment on any forum. On August 19th, Marcus's browsing became more focused. He searched for voicemail forensics, trace unknown voicemail, and audio analysis services. He visited the websites of several companies that offer audio forensic services. He did not contact any of them. On August 20th, Marcus searched for hearing voices in audio, auditory hallucinations, and paranoia symptoms. He visited mental health websites. He read articles about auditory processing and psychological conditions. He did not seek help or contact any mental health professionals. On August 21st, Marcus's final searches were voicemail without origin, impossible phone call, and phone system exploit. He visited technical support forums and telecommunications security websites. His last recorded online activity was at 7:58 p.m. on August 21st. The browser cache revealed Marcus had typed but not sent a post on a technology forum. The unsent post was dated August 21st at 7:43 p.m. The text read, "I received a voicemail that shouldn't exist. No incoming call. Carrier can't explain it. The message is distorted, but I think it's trying to tell me something. Has anyone experienced this? I've listened to it more than 20 times. Every time I play it, I hear something different. It's like the words change, or maybe I'm just losing it." Second voicemail arrived 8 days later. Same exact audio. I don't know what to do. Should I keep listening? Part of me wants to figure out what it's saying. Part of me wants to throw my phone away. I'm not sure which part is right. Marcus did not post this. The draft was abandoned. A review of Marcus's phone usage patterns showed he listened to the first voicemail 11 times on August 17th. He listened to it 4 times on August 18th. He listened to it 3 times on August 19th. He listened to it twice on August 20th. He listened to it 6 times on August 21st. Each listening session was the full 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Marcus listened to the voicemail 26 times in total before he disappeared. Angela was asked if Marcus ever mentioned hearing different things in the voicemail. Angela stated Marcus told her on August 20th that the message was hard to explain. When pressed, Angela recalled Marcus said the voicemail didn't make sense, but also that parts of it did. Angela did not understand what he meant. Marcus did not elaborate. Christopher was asked if Marcus discussed the voicemail with him. Christopher stated Marcus never mentioned a voicemail. The last time they spoke was August 21st via text, when Marcus canceled their dinner plans. Christopher stated if he had known Marcus was dealing with something strange, he would have checked on him. David Brennan stated Marcus did not mention any personal issues at work. David stated Marcus's behavior seemed normal until August 20th, when he appeared distracted. David stated Marcus left work at 5:31 p.m. on August 20th. That was the last time David saw him. Melissa Torres stated Marcus seemed preoccupied at lunch on August 20th. Melissa stated she assumed Marcus was stressed about a project. Melissa stated Marcus mentioned he wasn't sleeping well. When asked why, Marcus said he had something on his mind. Melissa did not ask what. She stated she wished she had. Patricia Levine, the neighbor in Unit 3B, was interviewed again. She stated she heard Marcus moving around his apartment on the evening of August 21st. Normal sounds, footsteps, a door closing, water running briefly. She stated she went to bed at 10:15 p.m. She stated she did not hear anything after that. She stated she did not hear Marcus leave his apartment. She stated the walls are thin enough that she usually hears when neighbors come and go. She stated she did not hear Marcus's door open or close after she went to bed. The door to Marcus's apartment was examined. The lock showed no signs of tampering or forced entry. The door was solid. It closed securely. The building manager confirmed the lock was functioning properly. The door was not damaged. Marcus's cell phone carrier, Verizon, provided additional technical details on September 25th. The voicemail system uses a centralized server infrastructure. Voicemails are stored temporarily on regional servers before being delivered to user devices. The system logs all transactions. Incoming calls are routed through the network. When a call goes unanswered, it is forwarded to the voicemail system. The caller leaves a message. The message is recorded and stored. A notification is sent to the recipient. Standard process. The voicemail Marcus received on August 17th did not follow this process. No incoming call was routed. No call forwarding occurred. The voicemail message appeared in the system as if it had been directly uploaded to the server. Verizon's logs show the message file was present on the server at 11:34 p.m. The file size was consistent with a 2-minute 47-second audio recording. The file was delivered to Marcus's phone. Notification was sent. Standard delivery process after that point. But the origin of the file could not be traced. Verizon stated their system does not allow direct upload of voicemail files. Users cannot upload audio files to their own voicemail inbox. There is no feature for this. Third-party systems cannot interface with Verizon's voicemail servers in this manner. The system is closed. The appearance of the voicemail file without a preceding call was inconsistent with all known system operations. Verizon stated a similar anomaly occurred on August 25th when Marcus received the second voicemail, and again on September 11th when Christopher received a voicemail. Verizon had no record of Christopher's phone number in relation to Marcus's account. Christopher was not a contact stored on Verizon servers, yet Christopher received an identical voicemail from an unknown number. T-Mobile, Angela's carrier, provided similar information. The voicemail Angela received on September 17th appeared in their system without a preceding call. The file was present on their server at 11:34 p.m. The file was delivered to Angela's phone. No origin could be determined. T-Mobile stated this had never occurred on their network before. They stated their system does not permit this type of anomaly. A joint investigation was initiated by Verizon and T-Mobile security teams on September 27th. Both carriers examined their network infrastructure for evidence of intrusion or exploitation. No breaches were detected. No unauthorized access was found. System logs showed no irregularities beyond the voicemail anomalies. Both carriers stated their networks were secure. Both carriers could not explain how the voicemails were delivered. The FBI was contacted on September 29th due to the potential for telecommunications fraud or cybercrime. An agent was assigned to review the case. The agent examined all evidence. The agent interviewed Angela and Christopher. The agent reviewed technical reports from Verizon and T-Mobile. The agent consulted with telecommunications experts. The FBI agent's preliminary assessment, provided on October 4th, stated the voicemail anomalies did not match any known pattern of telecommunications, fraud, hacking, or system exploitation. The agent stated the method by which the voicemails were delivered was unknown. The agent stated this did not match the profile of typical cybercrime. The agent stated there was no clear motive, no ransom demand, no financial theft, no data breach. The agent stated the case remained under investigation, but was classified as low priority due to limited leads and no clear criminal activity beyond Marcus's disappearance. Angela stated she was frustrated by the lack of progress. She stated she wanted answers. She stated she wanted to know where Marcus was. She stated she wanted to know what the voicemail meant. She stated she had listened to the voicemail she received on September 17th multiple times. She stated she could not understand it. She stated every time she listened, she thought she heard something different. She stated one time she thought she heard Marcus's voice. She stated she played it for the detective. The detective listened. The detective did not hear Marcus's voice. Angela stated maybe she was imagining it. She stated she wanted to believe Marcus was trying to communicate with her. She stated she knew this didn't make sense. Christopher stated he deleted the voicemail from his phone after police extracted it. He stated he regretted listening to it. He stated the audio unsettled him. He stated he had trouble sleeping for several nights after receiving it. He stated he kept thinking about Marcus. He stated he hoped Marcus was alive. He stated he didn't know what to think anymore. On October 9th, a woman named Rachel Simmons contacted Denver police. Rachel stated she had received a strange voicemail. Rachel stated she heard about Marcus's case on a local news broadcast. Rachel stated her voicemail sounded similar to the description provided in the news report. Rachel stated the voicemail was from an unknown number. Rachel stated it was received on October 8th at 11:34 p.m. Duration, 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Rachel Simmons was interviewed on October 10th. Rachel stated she did not know Marcus Chen. She stated she had never met him. She stated she had never been to his apartment or workplace. She stated she had no connection to Marcus, Angela, or Christopher. Rachel stated she lived in Aurora, Colorado. She stated she worked as a dental hygienist. She stated she had no idea why she would receive such a voicemail. Rachel's phone was examined. The voicemail was extracted. The audio was compared to the previous voicemails. Exact match. The same message. Rachel's carrier was AT&T. AT&T confirmed the voicemail was received at 11:34 p.m. on October 8th. No incoming call was logged. The voicemail appeared in their system without origin. AT&T stated they could not explain it. Rachel stated she listened to the voicemail once. She stated the audio was disturbing. She stated she could not understand the words. She stated it sounded like someone was trying to speak but couldn't. She stated she felt afraid after listening to it. She stated she did not listen to it again. She stated she reported it to police after seeing the news. A pattern emerged. The voicemails were spreading. Marcus received 2. Christopher received 1. Angela received 1. Rachel received 1. 5 voicemails total, all identical, all from unknown numbers, all received at 11:34 p.m., all without preceding calls. Investigators attempted to identify a connection between the recipients. Marcus, Angela, and Christopher were connected through personal relationships. Rachel had no connection to any of them. Rachel's phone number was checked against Marcus's contacts. No match. Rachel's social media accounts were checked. No mutual friends or connections with Marcus, Angela, or Christopher. Rachel's work and personal history showed no overlap with any of the other recipients. Rachel was asked if she had recently given her phone number to anyone. Rachel stated she provided her number when making a dentist appointment for herself in late September. She stated she entered her number on a website to schedule a service call for her car in early October. She stated she used her number for online shopping checkout. She stated these were routine uses. Rachel stated her number was not publicly listed. Rachel stated she was careful about sharing her number. The theory was proposed that phone numbers were being randomly selected or obtained through some unknown means. The voicemails were being delivered to random individuals. The purpose was unknown. The method was unknown. On October 15th, a man named Jordan Elliott contacted police. Jordan stated he received a voicemail matching the description from the news. Jordan stated the voicemail was received on October 14th at 11:34 p.m. Duration: 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Jordan stated he did not know any of the previous recipients. Jordan lived in Fort Collins, Colorado. Jordan's phone was examined. The voicemail was extracted. Exact match to the previous messages. On October 21st, a woman named Priya Mehta reported receiving the same voicemail. Received on October 20th at 11:34 p.m. Priya lived in Boulder, Colorado. No connection to any previous recipients. Exact match to the previous messages. On October 27th, 2 more people reported receiving the voicemail, both on October 26th at 11:34 p.m., one in Colorado Springs, one in Greeley. No connections between any recipients, all voicemails identical. The case gained media attention. Local news outlets reported on the strange voicemails. The story was picked up by regional news. Social media posts discussed the phenomenon. People began calling police to report similar voicemails. Not all reports were legitimate. Some were pranks, some were unrelated spam voicemails, but several were confirmed to match the audio signature of the original message. By November 1st, 14 people had reported receiving the voicemail, all in Colorado, all at 11:34 p.m., all from unknown numbers, all with no preceding calls, all identical audio. The recipients had no apparent connection to each other or to Marcus Chen. A task force was established on November 3rd to investigate the voicemail phenomenon. The task force included representatives from local police departments, the FBI, and telecommunications companies. The task force was charged with determining the origin of the voicemails and identifying any criminal activity. Public warnings were issued. People were advised not to answer calls from unknown numbers. People were advised not to listen to suspicious voicemails. People were advised to report any voicemails matching the description. The warnings were distributed through news outlets and social media. Despite the warnings, reports continued. By November 15th, 27 people had received the voicemail. By December 1st, 43 people had received it. The geographic range expanded. Reports came from Wyoming. Reports came from New Mexico. Reports came from Kansas. All voicemails were received at 11:34 p.m. All were identical. The voicemail was played on a local news broadcast as part of a public awareness segment. The broadcast blurred the audio to make it less clear but conveyed the disturbing nature of the message. The broadcast advised viewers not to listen to the full message if they received it. The broadcast stated investigators were working to identify the source. After the broadcast, reports increased. More people came forward stating they had received the voicemail weeks or months earlier, but had not reported it. Some stated they deleted the message immediately. Some stated they forgot about it until seeing the news. The timeline of voicemails was revised. It was determined the voicemails had been occurring since at least mid-August, possibly earlier. Angela stated the news coverage was overwhelming. She stated she appreciated the attention on Marcus's case, but felt the focus had shifted to the voicemail phenomenon rather than finding her brother. She stated she believed the voicemail was connected to Marcus's disappearance. She stated she believed if investigators could determine the source of the voicemail, they would find Marcus. She stated she had no evidence for this belief. She stated it was a feeling. Christopher stated he regretted receiving the voicemail. He stated he wished he had never heard it. He stated he thought about it constantly. He stated he wondered if Marcus was still listening to it somewhere. He stated he wondered if the voicemail was the reason Marcus disappeared. He stated he had no answers. On December 10th, Angela reported she received another voicemail, received on December 9th at 11:34 p.m. Angela stated she did not want to listen to it. Police extracted the message. The audio was different. It was not the same message as before. The new voicemail was shorter. Duration, 43 seconds. The audio quality was similarly poor. Distorted voice, background noise. The words were unclear. Forensic analysis tentatively identified the following words: Marcus, find, gone, too late. Angela stated she believed the message was about her brother. She stated she believed someone was trying to tell her something. Investigators stated they could not confirm the message referenced Marcus. The word identifications were not certain due to distortion. The message could mean anything. No other recipients reported receiving a different voicemail. All other reports continued to match the original 2-minute 47-second message. Angela's new voicemail was unique. Angela listened to the new voicemail against the advice of police. She stated she needed to hear it. She stated she thought it might contain information about Marcus. She stated she listened to it multiple times. She stated she could not definitively make out the words. She stated she wanted to believe it said, Marcus find gone too late, but she acknowledged she might be hearing what she wanted to hear. The investigation into Marcus's disappearance remained active, but without leads. No physical evidence had been recovered. No witnesses had come forward with new information. Marcus's bank account showed no activity. His credit cards showed no activity. His phone had not been used. His social media accounts had not been accessed. He had not contacted anyone. He had not been seen. The last confirmed sighting of Marcus was on August 21st at 6:51 p.m., entering his apartment building. He vanished sometime between that moment and the morning of August 26th, when his apartment was found empty. No one saw him leave. No cameras recorded him leaving. His keys, wallet, and phone were left behind. He took nothing with him. Or he took nothing that anyone noticed was missing. Angela stated she went through Marcus's belongings multiple times. She stated she could not identify anything missing. His clothes were in his closet. His toiletries were in the bathroom. His laptop and work materials were present. His hiking gear was still in the storage closet. The reservations he made for his September hiking trip had gone unused. The campground refunded his deposit due to the circumstances. Marcus's employer kept his position open for 6 weeks before officially terminating his employment on October 7th. David Brennan stated the company hoped Marcus would return. The company issued a statement expressing concern for Marcus and support for his family. Marcus's final paycheck was mailed to Angela as his next of kin. Marcus's apartment lease expired on November 30th. Angela cleared out the apartment over Thanksgiving weekend. She packed Marcus's belongings and moved them to a storage unit. She stated she could not bring herself to get rid of anything. She stated she hoped Marcus would come back and want his things. She stated she didn't know what else to do. The wine bottle and glass from Marcus's kitchen were returned to Angela after being processed as evidence. No useful information had been obtained from them. Angela stated she kept the items in a box with other personal effects. She stated she couldn't explain why. She stated she thought Marcus might want them back someday. The voicemail phenomenon continued. By the end of December, over 100 people had reported receiving the message. The reports came from multiple states. The pattern remained consistent. All voicemails at 11:34 p.m., all from unknown numbers, all identical audio except for Angela's second voicemail, which remained unique. Telecommunications companies continued to investigate, but had no breakthroughs. The method of delivery remained unexplained. No vulnerabilities were identified in the carrier systems. No malicious actors were identified. The voicemails continued to appear without origin. The FBI's investigation expanded but yielded limited results. No federal crimes could be clearly identified. The voicemails were disturbing, but not illegal. No threats were made, no demands were issued, no harm was directly caused. Marcus's disappearance was investigated as a missing person case, but no evidence of foul play was found. The connection between the voicemails and Marcus's disappearance could not be proven. A private audio analysis firm was hired by Angela in January 2025 using funds from a GoFundMe campaign. The firm spent 3 weeks analyzing the voicemail audio. The firm used proprietary software and advanced techniques. The firm produced a report on January 24, 2025. The report stated the audio contained anomalies inconsistent with natural recording. The report stated the background noise included frequencies outside the normal range of phone transmission. The report stated the voice exhibited characteristics suggesting digital synthesis or heavy processing. The report stated the message appeared to be constructed rather than recorded. The report stated individual phonemes were identified that could be assembled into words, but the intended message remained unclear due to deliberate distortion or encoding. The report suggested the voicemail was not a human speaking naturally. The report suggested the audio was created using unknown methods for unknown purposes. The report suggested the message might contain encoded information that could only be decoded with the correct algorithm or key. The report provided no method to decode the message. The report concluded the analysis was inconclusive. Angela stated the report confirmed her belief that the voicemail was intentionally created. She stated someone made this message and sent it to Marcus. She stated she believed Marcus tried to understand it. She stated she believed the message led to his disappearance. She stated she had no proof. She stated she would continue searching for answers. Christopher stated he had moved on as much as he could. He stated he thought about Marcus often. He stated he hoped Marcus was alive somewhere. He stated he did not listen to voicemails anymore. He stated he let all calls go to voicemail and only returned calls from known contacts. He stated he would never forget the voicemail he received. He stated he wished he could. Rachel Simmons stated she changed her phone number in November. She stated she wanted no further connection to the voicemail. She stated she had nightmares about it for weeks. She stated she was doing better now. She stated she hoped no one else would receive the message. She stated she hoped Marcus would be found. The task force's final report was issued on February 14, 2025. The report summarized the investigation. The report stated the source of the voicemails could not be determined. The report stated the method of delivery remained unexplained. The report stated no evidence of criminal activity was found beyond Marcus Chen's unexplained disappearance. The report stated the voicemails appeared to be a unique phenomenon with no precedent in telecommunications history. The report stated the investigation would remain open, but active efforts would be scaled back due to lack of leads. The report included a recommendation that recipients of the voicemail not listen to the message. The report stated while no direct harm had been proven, the psychological impact on some recipients was notable. The report advised deleting such messages immediately and reporting them to authorities. Marcus Chen remains missing. No trace of him has been found. His case is classified as an open missing person investigation. His family continues to search for answers. Angela has stated she will never stop looking for her brother. The voicemails continue. Reports are less frequent now. Media attention has faded, but people still receive the message. Always at 11:34 p.m., always from an unknown number, always 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Always the same distorted voice saying words no one can understand. As of the date of this report, over 200 individuals have confirmed receiving the voicemail. The geographic spread now includes over 20 states. No pattern has been identified in the selection of recipients. No connection between recipients has been found. The voicemails appear random, or they appear random because the pattern is not yet understood. Angela received a third voicemail on February 17, 2025, at 11:34 p.m. She did not listen to it. She reported it to police. The voicemail was extracted. The audio was analyzed. It was different again. Duration, 1 minute and 12 seconds. The voice was clearer this time. The distortion was less severe. The words were more intelligible. The forensic analysis identified the message with higher confidence than previous attempts. The message said, "He's still listening." Angela was informed of the content. She asked what it meant. Investigators stated they did not know. Angela asked if it meant Marcus was alive. Investigators stated they could not confirm that interpretation. Angela stated she chose to believe Marcus was alive. She stated she believed he was somewhere listening to the same message. She stated she believed he was trying to come back. She stated she would wait for him. The investigation continues. No further information is available at this time. If you have knowledge of Marcus Chen's whereabouts, you are instructed to contact the Denver Police Department. If you receive a voicemail from an unknown number at 11:34 p.m., you are instructed not to listen to it. You are instructed to report it immediately. You are instructed to delete the message. This concludes the available information. The voicemail should not exist. The system does not allow it. The carriers cannot explain it. The message cannot be decoded. Marcus cannot be found. The voicemails continue. You are instructed to check your phone. You are instructed to note the time. If you receive a notification at 11:34 p.m., you are instructed not to listen. You are instructed to remember that some messages are not meant to be understood. You are instructed to remember that listening changes nothing, or listening changes everything. The reports are unclear. Marcus listened 26 times before he disappeared. Angela listened 4 times and received 3 messages. Christopher listened once and wishes he hadn't. You are instructed to make your own choice, but the pattern suggests the choice has already been made.